Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2023 IFBB Pro League Taiwan Pro Bikini results. And these women, I'm telling you, they were stunning. This was a really tight show. Everybody looked incredible. I am so impressed. And now, in terms of Olympia, we're about halfway through the qualification period, and it's the top three from last year's Bikini Olympia who are automatically qualified, and then the winner of each contest. So there's no points, there's nothing for second through fifth place. It is only the winner, which is so stressful. The stakes are high, but man, these women really brought it. So here's a look at the scorecard. In first place was Arum, second, Sarah, third, Uyenga, fourth, Heather, and fifth, Elizaveta. And when you look at the scores, it was a little bit close between fourth and fifth, just a couple points, but otherwise a clear win for Arum. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's Elizaveta in fifth place. We just saw her at the Shiru, India. She's so beautiful. She's just gorgeous. Beautiful suit, pretty hair, lovely makeup. I think she poses in a way that really flatters the muscles. Her quads look amazing. She's got great definition, nice curves to her hamstrings. I like that you can see like a full outline of her quad, and then she's got this great like a groove right between her quad and her glute, and a beautiful curve. I think the shape of her glute looks really good. I love this pose on her. I do think she could raise this hand higher just to draw your eye up a little bit more into the width of her upper body. By having her hand so low, it's kind of taking away from that hourglass shape. It's bringing everything down towards her glutes rather than highlighting some of that beautiful size she has. And she does have great lats, nice shoulders, beautiful definition. I like the amount of outline you're getting in her delts. But yeah, I would definitely bring this hand up a little higher. And honestly, I feel like she could maybe even have her waist pointing a little bit more towards the side, so we get a little bit less of a front view and a little bit more of that side profile. And I think her waist would look even smaller. However, her hourglass looks beautiful. She's doing a great job of showing off the glute and the legs, and I think she's stunning, and I love this purple suit. Okay, next is Heather in fourth place. Gorgeous as well. I'm very impressed by the size in her quads. This sweep on the back leg looks amazing. She's got some nice detail. You can see that teardrop by her kneecap. The sweep on the front leg looks really good too. And man, look at those hamstrings. She's got a lot of size in the legs. Nice little curve here in the back where the glute hams come together. She also has that great curve, that groove coming down between the glute and the quad, and a beautiful amount of definition. She's got a nice detail in her oblique, though I do wish she could have a little bit more of the six-pack coming through, just a bit more of that flatness and tightness in the front of the tummy. But I think she's doing a really good job of her angles. Her waist looks really small. She's showing enough of her upper body towards the judges while having enough of a sideways of her stomach, so you really notice this curve and you notice the smallness of her waist. Her hand placement is beautiful. She's got great delts. I think you notice a lot of that definition coming through on her delt in the back arm. Beautiful bright makeup. You really notice her smile. Her eyeshadow looks great. Love the hair tucked behind her ears, so there's nothing obstructing her delts. She looks fabulous. A great hourglass. Really gorgeous. So just a little bit more of that detail coming through in the conditioning, I think, in the abs, and I would be over the moon. She looks beautiful. Okay, next is Uyenga in third place. Stunning. She looks gorgeous. So much dark. The black suit with the black hair. She's got a lot of smoky, dark eyeshadow. It's just really good. It's very luxurious. It's a great look. I love it. It suits her well. And her tan is really dark and rich. Her skin looks beautiful. Now, I'm loving the definition. I think she's got some good lines in her legs. Her abs look amazing, great obliques. The hand, I think, is a little bit too much in front of her belly button. I would keep the level, but just pull it back a little bit further towards her oblique in the back. I'm really impressed by her upper body. I think she has a lot of width. Like her collarbone goes so far from side to side, and amazing delts. Her upper body is really incredible, and what an amazing hourglass she gets because of that upper body. She's got good balance with the glutes, but I do think she needs more size in the legs. She could have more sweep to the quads, more curve to the hamstring, just more size overall in those legs to match that beautiful width in the lats and delts. But overall, a great look. She's gorgeous. Okay, next in second place is Sarah. Amazing as always. We saw her get second at the Japan Pro. So here she is again. I really like the conditioning on Sarah, particularly compared to the last time we saw her in the top 5. I think you get a lot more detail coming through on her quads, that groove in her hip. You're seeing a little bit more detail here in her by the kneecap. Her calves look amazing. You know, the side-by-side is so good. You really see how much tighter those lines are really showing through. Her abs always look great, beautiful obliques, and she poses perfectly. Love how high she keeps her hand. It draws your eye up towards her width of her upper body. You notice the delt, you notice the lat. She pulls her arm a little bit farther out of her body, so it just gives you this really good look at the curves. Beautiful size to her quad and her glute. Just overall stunning. I don't have too much to say that's critical. I think she looks really good. I love the color of the suit. I love the dark hair. Her makeup looks pretty. Her face looks bright and glowy. I would definitely be careful about having the hair in front. You always want to keep it to the back just so that you can see the delts really well. But in this case, you're not losing anything. The delts look amazing. Maybe she could have a little bit more lines coming through on this back leg, but I'm talking a tiny, tiny bit just to have a little bit more detail. But overall, I think she looks really good, and I think it's a huge improvement, certainly from this photo from that one. Now, whether it's actually a difference in her conditioning or if it's just the lighting and the photo itself, I don't know. But to me, she just looks really beautiful here. You're seeing lots of detail. Posing is perfect, and I think she's gorgeous. Now in first place is Arum, and she looks so natural. This looks so easy for her. She's standing just in such a gorgeous way. You're really noticing the beautiful delt. You're noticing the lat and that curve to her back. And it feels like her glute just goes and goes and goes. It is so well proportioned with her upper body. It's like a straight line from the side of her glute to the side of her shoulder. Gorgeous curvy shape right from the top all the way to the bicep and triceps. Just beautiful. Tiny waist. I think she's doing a really good job of her angles so that you see a nice amount of the front view of the top of her torso and then a good twist so that her stomach is still a little bit off to the corner and it makes her waist look so tiny. Great oblique, nice definition coming through in her abs, great detail coming through in the quads, nice sweep, beautiful hamstring. So not a crazy amount of lines or definition coming through on that back leg, but it's working for her. She's got really good shape. She's got a nice firmness. I love all of the detail that you're seeing on the front leg in particular. And she's got really good size in this glute. And I think she looks particularly good from behind. Okay, so here is the top 5 plus an extra competitor in that front pose. You can see what I mean about Elizaveta is a little bit facing the front more than the rest. I think if she could angle herself a bit more sideways, but keep the upper body forward, it would do really well of showcasing how small her waist is. Here, it's just a lot of her stomach facing the front. I think you can also see what I mean about Uyenga could have a bit more size to the legs, right? Particularly when you compare her to some of the other competitors. She could just have a little bit more curve, a little bit more mass. Sarah, I'm loving that definition in her quad here, but definitely a little bit more lines in that back leg. I would love myself. I think Heather's conditioning is really good. Great detail in the legs, but again, a little tiny bit more ab definition like what we see from first place and second place. And then our first place winner, you really notice just how beautifully upright she is. This curve is crazy. The S in her back and that detail coming through looks so good. And now from behind, here's where I think our first place winner really stands out. Her glutes are very large. But not only are they wide and firm and full, the tie-ins come in so low and so sharp, you really see that shape. She also has a lot of size in the inner thigh of her legs and a good amount of quad sweep. I think when you scan the lineup, nobody else quite has that same size as she does. We've got beautiful definition, definitely some nice tie-ins. I think Sarah's tie-ins could have been a little bit more prominent. I really noticed the delts on our third place winner. I think Elizaveta could try to spread and relax a little bit more. She's a bit more pinched. We're losing that hourglass shape a little bit in the back. I'm noticing it very well with Sarah, with Heather as well, but I really notice our first place winner's roundness in the delts here. She's got a great haircut, so that triangle shape highlights the V taper. Just overall, I think her size and that overall hourglass shape really shines through, and I'm loving the amount of mass in her legs too. So a gorgeous top 5, but to me, a very clear and beautiful win for Arum. And there she is, added to the Bikini Olympia qualified list. So exciting. And there are more recaps coming your way. We've got 4 more contests happening this weekend. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you like this video, comment below your thoughts, and come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.